If you're looking to improve your credit, you're more than likely familiar with the importance of credit building products out there. Well, today I'm going to be talking about a fintech product from Chime called their Credit Builder Card. Now I'll talk about the benefits of the card as well as the negatives and some press that's come out about Chime in the past. Now lastly, I'll finish off by telling you whether this card is for you depending on your situation. So if that's something that interests you, be sure you stay tuned. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tomy Boy. I'm a former stockbroker and investment advisor. Now on this channel, we help folks reach their financial potential because we believe that that's the foundation to you ultimately living a happier life. Today, we're going to be jumping in with Chime, which is a neobank, pretty much a fintech company that's partnered with a actual physical bank to provide services to more of the underreached community. Now they have a credit builder card, which is pretty much a charge card. And the idea behind the charge card is you pay the balance off each month. Now I'll be linking down to Chime in the description below. We've actually partnered with Chime, so if you find value in this video, click our link down below to support our channel. So what are some of the benefits of the Chime Credit Builder Card? Right off the bat, I think one of their biggest benefits is going to be the no credit check. So they don't ever actually pull your credit for you to be able to use their credit builder card, which is a huge plus because you're not going to take any sort of dings to your credit. So you don't have to worry about having a hard inquiry on a card that you're not sure how long you're actually going to be using it. Now another benefit is they actually have an adjustable credit limit. So the cool thing about that is there's no minimum required security deposit. So pretty much you can put in as much as you want into the card, and that's how much you'll be able to use for your credit limit. And the third benefit is no annual fee. Now, if you've been watching my channel long enough, I'm sure you've heard me talk about no annual fee credit cards, especially secured cards, because I think that nowadays there's so much competition in the secured card space that it doesn't really make sense for most people to actually use secured cards that charge an annual fee. So typically with cards, I'm looking at one, that they don't have any sort of annual fee, and two, typically that they have a graduation rate. Now this card specifically doesn't have a graduation rate, but because of how it's uniquely different, which I'll be touching on here in a little bit, that has actually made me look past the fact that it doesn't graduate. Now a few other benefits is there's going to be no APR, which means you're not going to be charged any interest. Reason being is, it's a charge card, so you're pretty much paying it off every single month, as well as the adjustable credit limit that I kind of touched on earlier. Now, when I say adjustable credit limit, that means that you can change your credit limit month to month. Now, some of the cons is, one, they do not report any type of percentage of your credit utilization to the credit bureaus, since you don't really have a set credit limit. So for a lot of people, that may not be a problem, but for some of you guys, if you're looking to get this card because you wanted to help with your credit utilization, this card's not going to be able to do that for you. Now, for those of you guys who are familiar with how your FICO score is broken up, we all know that 30% of your score is your credit utilization. So this card is going to be mostly for people who are looking to improve their payment history. So maybe you're looking to add more positive payment history to your credit report, then this is the card that you want to use. Now, some other cons is that, one, there's not going to be any sort of rewards, as well as, like I touched on before, there's actually no upgrade path when it comes to this card. So how does it actually work? Chime works by you actually opening first a Chime checking account, okay? So once you open a Chime checking account, what you can do is you can take the money from your Chime checking account and move it into your credit builder secured card. Then once you use the card for expenses, at the end of the month, they will pay off your balance using the funds that you've added onto the card. So I like to almost look at it like sort of like a gift card in a sense, where you're pretty much topping off the card, and then you're able to use that balance, doing whatever you need to do at the grocery store to pay off whatever expenses that you might have. So the way they've kind of set it up, they've made it so it's really simple for you to be able to use a card, and there's really no way for you to default on the card, if you will. Because any time that you try to go above your limit, they're gonna stop you, but your limit's always gonna be paid off because you're pretty much adding money, you're prepaying before you're actually using the card. Now, I also did want to touch on some news about account closures that have been talked about in the past. Around mid-2021, there were reports of Chime actually closing down a lot of their customers' bank accounts. Now, from Chime's statement, they essentially said that they were closing down accounts that their system had flagged as potential fraud. Now, per ProPublica, they actually said that Chime says it was only closing accounts in an attempt to crack down on people fraudulently collecting unemployment benefits or federal stimulus checks. Now, I think we just got to keep in mind what was going on around this time. This was in the middle of the pandemic when there was a lot of fraud actually going on throughout the government assistance programs. According to the Labor Department, more than $87 billion in federal benefits were siphoned from the unemployment system. So I don't think it was something that was going to be happening continually. I think it was just a moment in time where, they were trying to prevent as much fraud as possible, and there were some people's accounts that were mistakenly closed even though they weren't doing anything fraudulent. So in the end, I don't think that it should stop you from opening up an account with Chime. I think this is an excellent product to actually add to your portfolio, especially if you have problems with your payment history. Now, if you're someone who's hoping to actually improve your credit utilization, then this may not be the card for you, as it won't be reporting to your actual utilization. Like I mentioned before, this is really going to be for someone who's looking to add more positive payment history to their credit report. Now, if you're interested in learning more about how to fix your credit, check out the video that I shot here breaking down how to go about fixing your credit from a low 500s credit score to a 720 or more score, step by step. So be sure you check out that video so you can be able to improve your score within the next year. Now, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and you like this video so I know I'm on the right track. And so that's it for now. I'll see you at the next one. Peace.